guys, so for this week's challenge, I wanted to tie in a book with it, and I'm going to read to you guys this story called The Three Little Pigs and a Somewhat Bad Wolf. You'll notice that it's very similar to, I'm sure, a story that you've heard before, The Three Little Pigs. And so I'm going to read this to you, and then after I'm done reading it, I'm going to tell you guys what your challenge is, okay? Once there were three little pigs. They lived on a farm, as most pigs do, and were happy, as most pigs are. Then one day, the farmer told them that he and his wife were moving to Florida. He paid the pigs for their good work and sent them on their way. So right here, you can already kind of tell a little bit of a difference in the story and how it starts. Beginning of the typical three little pigs, they just go off to get their own houses. They leave mama and they go off to build their own houses. This one's different because the family that they lived with are moving to Florida. Buy potato chips, said the first pig. Let's buy sody pop, said the second pig. Let's buy building supplies, said the third pig, who was altogether unpig-like. Reluctantly, the others agreed. The first pig decided to build a straw house since straw is cheap. He had plenty of money left over for the potato chips. The second pig decided to build a stick house. Sticks are practically free, so he had lots of money left over for sody pop. The third pig decided to build a brick house. She spent all her money on bricks and mortar, but the man at the hardware store gave her a sandwich. So she didn't have money left over to get what she really wanted, like a sody pop or some chips, but the man at the store was nice enough and gave her a sandwich. Soon the straw house was finished. It was dusty and musty, but the first pig did not mind. He rocked in his hammock and ate potato chips. Soon after that, the stick house was done. It was small and there was no room for a bathtub, but the second pig did not mind. He took a mud bath and drank sody pop. Brick by brick, the third pig worked on her house. Sometimes the other pigs would come by to watch. They had a wonderful time. Oh, it's so rude. They're not even trying to help. Finally, the brick house was finished. It was big, beautiful, and strong. The third pig was very happy. She filled a basket with vegetables from her garden. This is actually starting to make me think of a story. I'm going to pause real quickly with the reading of it. This is making me think of a story. I'm making a text-to-text connection here, actually, because this story is a little bit different than the original Three Little Pigs that we've heard before. I've noticed that on this other page here, it talked about how the other two pigs, they finished their houses, and this third pig, she's still building, but they're just coming over to watch, and they're having a good time while she's still working. And she's done with her house on this page now, and she's going to collect some fruits and vegetables, and she's probably going to come back with them. And knowing how the other pigs are, and they're pigs, they love to eat. So when she goes back to her house and her brothers and sisters are still there, I haven't finished reading the story, but it made me think of the Little Red Hen when she was doing all of that work and then finally was done to enjoy the food, and they wanted to eat some of it too, but they didn't help her. So that's what it's kind of making me think of right now. The next day, a wolf came to town. He was very hungry and somewhat bad. He went to a donut shop, but it was closed. He went to a hot dog stand, but it was locked. Finally, he went to a pizza parlor, but he wasn't allowed in. He left in a very bad mood. Soon he came to a straw house. It smelled like pig. I like pig, he said, not in a friendly way. He banged on the door. "Who is it?" called the first pig. "The wolf. Open up or I'll blow your house down." I think the door is stuck," said the pig. So the wolf huffed and he puffed and he blew the house down. "That worked," he said. He had never blown down a house before. Quickly, the first pig got on his scooter and sped away. The wolf moved on, hungry, confident. He came to another house, this one built of sticks. "Same piggy smell," he said. He knocked on the door. "Who is it?" called the second pig. "Wolf, open up or I'll blow your house down. Trust me," he added. "I've done it before." "I think the door is jammed," said the pig. So the wolf took an enormous breath and he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house down. And apparently the friend duck was over. "Oh, that works," he said. Meanwhile, pig number 2 got on his bike and rode away. The wolf was still hungry, very, very hungry. The hungry wolf came to a beautiful brick house. He noticed a familiar scooter and a bicycle, and the house reeked of pig. The somewhat bad wolf rang the doorbell. "Ding dong." "Who is it?" called the pigs. "The wolf. Open up or I will blow this house down." "Oh no," said the pigs. "Not now. We are watching our favorite show." The starving wolf took a humongous breath and he huffed and he puffed and he huffed, huffed, puffed and puff, huff, huffed and huffy, puff, huffed. Because the problem now is he's at the brick house. Look at those little ducks. Oh, it looks so scared. After all the huffing and puffing stopped, the third pig said, "Do you think he's still out there?" The 3 pigs looked through the window and saw the wolf collapsed on the lawn. "Look at that poor guy," said the first pig. "He's exhausted. Maybe he needs some potato chips." The second pig added, "And some sody pop." Ooh, I wonder, maybe back to what she did before, the third pig. The 3 pigs revived the wolf with some smelling salts and invited him in. Revived the wolf. So if he was collapsed and they revived him, that must mean that he got quick. The somewhat bad wolf was embarrassed. "I was so hungry I could not think straight." "Have a sody pop," said the first pig. Have a potato chip, said the first pig. "Have a sody pop," said the second pig. "Never mind that stuff," said the third pig. "Dinner's almost ready." There's where the vegetables probably are. Since their houses were wrecked, the first 2 pigs moved in with the third pig. "My house rules," she said. "My house, my rules," she said. She made them clean their rooms before they went out to play. The wolf stayed too, but there was no more huffing and no more puffing, and he was hardly ever bad again. And okay, so your challenge for this week is I want you to think of a book, okay, like a children's book, like this one, for example. And the title of it is called The 3 Little Pigs and the Somewhat Bad Wolf. I want you to pick a children's book or any book, and I want you to use emojis to help us try to guess the title of that book, okay? So for example, in this recording, I'm going to put in the description where it talks about what this is about, I'm going to put my emojis that I chose to represent the 3 little pigs and the somewhat bad wolf. Okay? What I'm asking you guys to do is think of another story, and I want you guys to use emojis to represent the title of it. And then you're going to put those in the comment section below this video. Okay? All right. I will see you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m. on Zoom. We can talk about, we'll talk about what your activities are for this week, any questions that you guys have. Maybe we can play some more games, but for today's challenge, I'm asking you guys to think of a children's book or any book. If you can't think of any ideas, think of some books that we've read in the classroom or that you have at home or your favorite book, and then try to use emojis to represent the title. But you want to make sure that the emojis that you choose really can help us determine what the name of the book is that you've come up with. Okay? Bye, guys.